Swadika.
Sawadika.
Mr. Darwin, thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you for having me.
Although we see the well-being of children improved dramatically through the help of UNICEF and your partners, but I believe that there are some problems that still persist. So what are the social problems that you see that Thai children are facing today and needs immediate action?
So first, UNICEF is extremely proud. Thailand is a country where we've been the longest in any country of the world. We've been here 70 years. We're celebrating our 70th anniversary here in Thailand this year. And indeed, we're very proud of having been part of such progress for children. So Thailand is one of the countries that achieved most of the Millennium Development Goals. So that means access to healthcare for all children, access to safe water for all children, access to universal healthcare, etc., etc. When you look at the kind of progress that Thailand has accomplished and what that has meant for children, it's just incredible over the last 70 years. But unfortunately, the fight is not quite over for us. We believe that there are four kinds of issues, and largely driven by inequities, but not just inequities. So although one is education, although the access to primary education is 100%, the reality is about 71% of children are still in education and secondary schooling. So we are at a stage today where there are many children who are out of school when they become adolescent, and even those who stay in school don't necessarily have the right type of education. So a third of children of 15-year-old cannot understand the text that they read and they cannot explain to you what is there. So we have a problem whereby most of the children who cannot do that are quite often from lower income or very deep rural community or the hill tribes or the deep south. And that really is a reflection on the inequities. Mm-hmm. Another one is violence. Violence is still a real issue in all homes. 80% of children, if you ask them, have you been punished violently, either physically or psychologically or verbally, 80% of them tell you that yes, over the last 2 weeks I have been punished in a violent way. So that's a problem, and that translates into significant issues of violence both at home but also in schools, mm-hmm. and even online.
300 babies a day.
Per day.
That's an alarming rate, I would say.
It's a reflection of the fact that there is a real issue of teenage pregnancy in Thailand. That comes to about 90,000 births per year. Mm-hmm. And the vast majority of the mothers are teenagers. And the vast majority of these mothers stop schooling. They can't get a job because they can't get somebody to take care of their child. And so they face real significant issues of destitution or real problems of just living and survival. And again, that's a real problem because Thailand needs all of its workers. Thailand is a society that is aging extremely fast, faster than Japan in its time. And so it needs all the people that it can get to stay active and productive, mm-hmm. to maintain the current quality of life. Otherwise, we will face a time very soon, in the next 10-15 years, where there won't be enough workers to sustain the pensioners.
So, which is the most pressing issue for you, and how are you planning to overcome these obstacles, or how are you working with governments or related authorities?
So I think we're very lucky in as much throughout these 70 years we've really built a relationship of trust with government. We have, I think, a fantastic relationship where we're real partners and we can really talk with one another around things that are working well, but also around things that are not working so well. To my mind, I would say that some things Thailand really shines across the globe. So if you look at early childhood development, which is a priority for UNICEF, everything in life starts with the foundation. That foundation starts in the first 6 years of life. Thailand does that very well. We feel that the next priority is the adolescent, the second decade of life, because we have a problem with children dropping out of schools, and we have a problem with even those children who stay in schools not being fully equipped for the challenges of tomorrow. When you talk to private sector partners, they tell you as soon as the skill set that we require is a little bit high, we really struggle to find the workers, and they're not tooled for what we're looking for. And that is so important for them.